Do we have to be very serious? Or?
Oh.
No.
Just, yeah,
And then you have to,
it'll be quick.
what about you though? We need 5.
He's good.
Okay.
He's holding the camera. You can scan to your, okay. Good evening. I'd like to talk, my name is Paul, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit about something that really affects me, and I'm gonna try to persuade you as far as animal cruelty. So imagine being locked up in a cage with no food, no water or love. This is the problem that we're dealing with today. As a nurse, I advocate for my patients. So we need to advocate more for the animals that we love. As you can see, the Humane Society in 1954 was made, and it's one of the largest animal rights groups in America. Over 10 million animals die from abuse or neglect each year. We need to advocate more for them. I'm gonna explain basically 3 things to you guys. I wanna talk a little bit about animal abuse, examples, unfortunately, that we have to deal with, and then I'm gonna say, things that we can do to help. So animal abuse, we're talking about neglect, abandonment, exploitation, and something that I'm very hesitant to talk about, but it does occur, is something called bestiality. These are all parts of animal abuse that are just horrible. Animals can feel pain, stress, fear, happiness, sadness. It's almost like they have a sixth sense. When we're upset, they know, they come up to us, they comfort us when we need it. They know exactly how we're feeling. In 1866 in New York, the ASPCA was invented. This stands for the American Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. In 2022, over 3,000 plus dogs were rescued from horrific conditions. Another issue, back in 2013, there was a great documentary called Blackfish, as you can see. This is Tillicum. Tillicum is a killer whale that SeaWorld got from the wild, and unfortunately, through his genealogy, caused 3 deaths. This is the most known death. Her name was Dawn Brachot, and she was actually dragged to the bottom of the pool in front of hundreds of people. Due to this, it caused SeaWorld to stop doing the orca breeding program. This next picture I want to show you is basically our fur babies. We've adopted most of these, and they are part of our life. Also, some real examples of animal abuse. We've got the ASPCA commercials that are always on TV that unfortunately we have to watch, and I always have to turn my head and put my hands over my fur baby's eyes. There's abuse links to violence against people, which is from a National Coalition in 2021. Also from a source, Academic Search Complete with Lake Sumter in 2019 by H.C. Chan showed that childhood and adolescent animal cruelty and subsequent interpersonal childhood violence is occurred in adulthood. So animal cruelty can lead to an assault of character disorder in people, which can cause violence in against human victims. Back actually in March of this year, there was a gentleman by the name of Solomon Cruz Perez in Martin County that they arrested for unfortunately killing his dogs, and when they pulled up, they were hanging from a tree. One of the biggest people that we know is Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer, unfortunately, was a serial killer, killed 17 men and boys. When he was a child, he was shown to have issues with animal abuse and cause animal abuse, which as you can see, he turned out, unfortunately, the way he did and became a serial killer. So what can we do? Stronger laws, punishment for animal abuse, education of children early on, kindness to animals. In another article in the Sin All Complete in February of 2018, there's an article how interaction with animals can benefit mental health. You can see in this article, children had 4 times the reduction in pain after engaging in animal-assisted intervention. And there were also a lot of improvement to the social behavior. One of the big things that we can do is ending puppy mills. As you can see here, what we see when we go into these stores are beautiful little puppies, but behind the scenes, they are in dire need, and we need to shut down the pipeline. We need to oppose House Bill 849 or Senate Bill 994. These bills right now are supporting puppy mills. So as you can see, we need to stop this. We need to say no, shut it down. Other things that we can do to help is we can volunteer at shelters, donate to the ASPCA in the Humane Society, as I have here on the QR code on the computer. We can report more animal abuse, raise awareness, adopt from shelters, which is what we've done. Some of the benefits is a safer world for our animals and our pets. Children are taught more compassion. They grow into kind adults. It shows a reflection of our humanity with the animals. So in conclusion, animals are people too. They feel pain, they feel joy, they know when they're being upset, but they're voiceless. We need to speak up for them. We need to end animal cruelty. We can do this. Thank you very much.